this postseason. So they got two of their horses up.
2 on, 1 out. Lau pulls it foul. Well, in game 5, Lau, a struggling hitter, facing a lefty. And he took Taylor deep. That tied the game at 1 in yesterday's game 5. That was in the 3rd inning. 20th pitch of the inning.
About it, and the Houston Astros are out of the inning.
And 2 sides for $29.99, while our locations continue to follow guidelines set by the CDC. Winghouse Party Packs allow you to bring the party to you with all our fan favorites available. For more info on your nearest Winghouse, go to winghouse.com.
Getting to work is a little different. If your commute has changed, you could be saving money. With pay-per-mile car insurance from Allstate, you only pay for the miles you drive. Drive less, save 50% with pay-per-mile insurance. You've never been in better hands. Visit Allstate.com or call an agent for a quote today.
Pricing varies based on how you buy, driving behaviors, and includes a daily rate. Not applicable in California. Based on annual premium paid by Allstate Standard Auto customers versus Allstate pay-per-mile customers who drive an average of 4,000 miles a year. Savings vary subject to terms, conditions, and availability. Allstate Fire and Casualty Insurance Company and its affiliates. Copyright 2020 Allstate Insurance Company.
Follow the calming sounds of the waterfront and the smoky orange wood aroma to downtown St. Petersburg's waterfront restaurant, Paul's Landing. This local hotspot is serving up specialties like their smokehouse brisket and Paul's seafood roast for lunch and dinner every day and featuring open-air dining. Visit Paul's Landing at the Vinoy Renaissance Resort and Golf Club via the 5th Avenue stairs across from the Vinoy Marina. Citrus seafood smoked. Reserve a table now at paulslandingstpete.com.
Hi, this is Kevin Cash, and you're listening to Rays Baseball on 95.3 WDAE and AM 620.
Between innings, we kept an eye on what was going on, and there was, again, a little barking between both sides as the Astros were leaving the field. And home plate umpire Tim Timmons appeared to kind of say a few things to Mike Zunino, and also the third base umpire Jeff Nelson, who's the crew chief, was down and talking things over, probably trying to make sure that there's no further nonsense that occurs, but we'll have to just kind of wait and see what happens here as we get this 7th inning underway. The MLB app is the one place. You get everything for your favorite team's chase to the pennant, including video highlights, pitch tracking, and much more. Download the MLB app today for the postseason in your pocket. So as we go to the 7th, 5-1 Houston, and take over the play-by-play for a couple. Here's Andy.
All right, Dave, thank you very much. And first pitch called strike from McClanahan to Jose Altuve. And it's 0-1. Brantley and Correa to follow. 5-1 Astros. We start the 7th. And now if you're the Rays, you have to do a couple of things. McClanahan starts to go and stop. I guess time was called. 2, you got to stop them from scoring. And 2, you got to hope for a bullpen meltdown. I think Valdez is probably out. But they've got 9 outs to a game 7. And the pitch to Altuve. Taken inside. 1 ball, 1 strike. 1-1 the count to Altuve. RBI double last time out. He's also grounded out and walked caught stealing back in the first. The left-hander throws. Fastball high outside. And it is 2-1. Christian Javier looks like he's starting to warm now in the Astros bullpen. He's been outstanding. all throughout the postseason. 2-1. And the pitch grounded sharply into left. Isn't this something? Base hit. All those ground balls going right at Rays fielders in the first 3 games. It is, like you just said, Dave, they have turned the tables. Sharp single left. Altuve's 2 for 4. And now here's Michael Brantley.
It's like they went to the geometry tutor over the last few days, and it's paid off for them. You know, I mean, I don't know if you want to get in the law of averages and everything else like that, but, even what Dusty said after game 1, you keep hitting the ball hard, sooner or later, you're probably going to find some holes. Our defense can't be everywhere.
Right. It's Michael Brantley against McClanahan in the first pitch. Inside corner strike, 0-1. Right. I mean, you can't. No balls and a strike to Brantley. Strike out, single to center on a walk. Part of that big 4-run fifth that flipped this game around. 0-1. And a wild pitch to the backstop. Up to second goes Altuve.
I think that's a pass ball. Another one that I don't think it hit the dirt. I think he just missed it. I think he was trying to frame it and wasn't able to corral it.
Might be.
Well, we're kind of in that little bit of a stretch when we lost 5 straight at the beginning of the year, where there were a lot of people wondering if the Rays were ever going to win again. Mm-hmm. After these 3 games plus 1, again, this one's not over, but it sure doesn't look like this was a team that went 40-20.
And the 1-1 lifted foul. It is a pass ball on Mike Zunino. His second of the game. Count is 1-2 to Michael Brantley.
The resilience of this team has been tested time and time again, and it's going to be tested throughout the rest of this game. And if we don't come back, it'll be tested throughout the morning, afternoon, and then tomorrow night.
1-2 the count, lefty on lefty. McClanahan against Brantley, rookie against veteran. The stretch, here it comes. Just outside with a fastball. And it is even at 2-2.
I heard we were going to have trouble getting hotel rooms for the first couple days in Dallas anyway, so maybe it's better that we have to stick around here for another day or 2.
Well, you make your travel plans after you go up 3-0, and you just keep changing them day by day. Rays have not earned the pennant yet. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Swinging a ground ball back up through the middle. Diving is Brasso off his glove into center for a base hit. At 6-1 Houston as Altuve scores. And they are pulling away.
They're starting to make the plays, and we're starting to just barely not make the plays.
Well, it's just amazing with baseball. Everything going your way for 3 games, and then nothing going your way for 3 games. And it's really gotten exacerbated here in Game 6. Astros have separated the game. They lead it by 5 runs, and they may not even have to use their A bullpen. Comes Carlos Correa, and pitch is popped up off the hands over the dugout, first base side, and down into the lower deck, and the count is 0-1. They're out hitting the Rays 10-3. The Rays started to build a rally last inning, and then lo and behold, a guy that hits a lot of fly balls rolled one into a made-to-order double play. It is just all going against the Rays right now. Nothing can win the count to Correa. McClanahan's pitch. Ground ball to third, backhanded by Wendell, and foul ground. That's a foul ball. And the count is 0-2 to Correa. No balls, 2 strikes. And look at the Astros lineup, top to bottom. Everybody's been on base, except for Bregman. Spread out offense, top to bottom. 0-2 the count to Correa. Double plays in order here in the 0-2. Line drive to the gap, right center. That gets down for a hit. Backed up by Margot, back near the warning track. Trying for second is Correa. The throw is too late. Down to third, Bregman. It's a double. Second and third, nobody out. And with every hit, with every run, with every missed opportunity by the Rays, we inch closer to another winner-take-all game tomorrow. We're not there yet, but there is nothing to lead you to believe that we're not going to be. unless something drastically changes. Second, third, nobody out, infield in. Comes Bregman, who was grounded out 3 times. Boy, the Astros, they are having a party in their dugout. First pitch high. 1 ball, no strikes. And they should be. They're about to do something that one other team in baseball history has ever done, is that force a Game 7 after being down 0-3 in a series. 1 ball, no strikes to Bregman. McClanahan sets and pitches. Very high. And it's 2-0. Two balls, no strikes. They're showing a graphic to us. First 5 games of the series, runners in scoring position. Astros 6 for 31. Today they are 3 for 5. 2-0 the count to Bregman. McClanahan's pitch down the middle for a strike. And it is 2-1. Rays have Jose Alvarado warming up in the bullpen now. Two and 1. McClanahan's pitch. Off speed. Good looking. Off speed pitch. Top of the zone strike. And it is 2-2. Slider that just hit the top of the zone. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Alex Bregman. There's still nobody out. Second and third. I mean, you got to put the infield in. If you're the Rays, you got to gamble now. But they were doing it earlier, too. The 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Same pitch. Slider at the top of the zone. Bregman is fanned. 1 out in the Houston 7th inning. Every game has been close in this series. This is the first one that there's been a little bit of separation between these two teams. And if you're the Rays, the fact that you've got a guy that's been through Game 7s before in Charlie Morton tomorrow might help you get through the night. Of course, the Astros have Lance McCullers, who's pitched in Game 7s also alongside Morton.
Can Morton hit?
Here's Tucker, homered his last time. And the first pitch, off-speed low, ball 1. 6-1 Astros. They've scored in 3 straight innings. Rays had a 1-0 lead through 4. And then it came apart. Blake Snell, not sharp. Castillo hit for the first time ever by the Astros. Now you're asking rookie McClanahan to gobble up as many outs as he can while keeping it as close as he can. The pitch to Tucker. Way outside, 2 balls, no strikes.
I mean, if you're the Rays right now, I mean, it's a worst case scenario because, you know, the Astros bats have come alive a little bit here. In the last couple of days, they hit Anderson. Now they've hit Castillo. You start wondering about your bullpen. I mean, if you're the Rays right now, back again all year long, it's the worst again. This team is not going to do anything scoring 1 or 2 runs a night. You know, the Astros bats have come alive a little bit here. You have to hope that in the last couple of days they hit Anderson. Now they've hit Castillo. You start wondering about a couple of 2 or 3 runs. I mean, if you're the Rays right now, back again all year long against tomorrow's game. And not saying that I'm giving up on today, but 6 runs in this series has been insurmountable for this offense.
The 2-0 pitch driven in the air towards left field, towards the corner, giving chase Brandon Lau. Backhands in front of the warning track. Tagging and coming home with run number 7 is Brantley. The throw to third. Correa gets there, and it's 7-1 Astros.
That'd be one of the hardest hit balls by a Ray today, and it was a sacrifice fly. Again, it's just a matter of moving the baseball. They've been doing that a lot better than the Rays have these last few days. And they're doing it with some authority.
Runner at third, 2 out. And leaves it for Yuli Gurriel. 7-1 Astros. And you're asking for a meltdown of all meltdowns by the Houston bullpen for the Rays to pull this out tonight. And a pitch to Gurriel. Driven foul. You know, the people that knew the Astros team, many of them, and we had talked to them prior to the series, some of them said the Astros just don't have the pitching to get through a 7-game series against the Rays. They have been proven to be incorrect, at least through the 6th game. Who knows about tomorrow? And now the 0-1, outside with it. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Well, you know, I know that we talk about momentum is only as good as your next day's starter, but right now this Astros offense has a lot of momentum. Charlie can shut it down, but
a 1-1 high and outside, 2-1.
The Astros pitching has a lot of momentum too. You know, again, Lance McCullers Jr. just really picked up right where Framber Valdez left off in Game 2, and in some ways might even been better than until the Rays got to him a little late.
Yeah. 2 balls, 1 strike.
Hey, you. Me. Yeah, you. Don't you want to play something different?
Dale has walked twice, scored once, and grounded to first. When they have to throw a shutout.
If you buy auto parts or accessories on Amazon, you should use WikiBuy. It's a browser.
Maybe when you're talking about, in a normal October, you might be playing in a place that's 30 or 40 degrees where it's tougher to hit, but this is perfect.
Gurriel takes outside, ball 4.
You got to wonder, McClanahan somewhat stretched out from his days at the summer camp and then at the alternate camp, but he's got to be feeling it a little bit as he approaches 50 pitches. And I think Kevin Cash just noticed that as well, and he's going to go get him. So Shane worked through a couple of innings here, tried to get through a couple of innings, but again, I just think that it's a Ray's planting a seed in this young man's head that, yes, you've got a 99-mile-an-hour fastball, but again, in order for you to really be successful at this level, let's start with that, but now we got to start working on commanding that pitch and really work on your secondary pitch. Jose Alvarado's coming into the game. We'll take more about him. We come back in the 7-1 Houston lead in the 7th of the Rays Baseball Network.
Coppertail Brewing Company is an independently owned local craft brewery located in Tampa's historic Ybor City neighborhood. Visit Coppertail's 2-story tap room that features 20-plus taps of house-brewed beer, sampler flights, and brewery tours. Coppertail features a full-service kitchen open from lunch to late night. Look for Free Dive IPA, Unholy Triple, Night Swim Porter, and Florida Special Lager at retail stores near you. Online at CoppertailBrewing.com. Coppertail Brewing Company, 2601 East 2nd Avenue, Ybor City.
The 1-2. Swinging a line drive back up the middle. Right there is Wendell. He has it. Throws the first. Race wins.
Your Rays fought all season for a playoff ticket and a chance to improve on last year's early exit. They've overcome the odds and obstacles faced during a shortened baseball regular season.
No doubt about it.
Tune into the entire postseason on 95.3 WDAE and join your Rays as they push for a World Series victory.
We're on our way back.
Rays up.
Your lunchtime spot of all things Rays baseball, the Pat and Aaron Show. Weekdays at noon on 95.3 WDAE and AM 620.
Jose Alvarado, who, again, was good to see back on the mound a couple of nights ago here in San Diego. Wasn't exactly throwing a ton of strikes, but was a lot more around the zone than we have seen him in the past. And like we said at the time, if get him back to even anywhere near where he was when he was great, it'd be a nice asset to have in that stable out there. Pitched in 1 inning, did not give up a hit, or gave up just 1 hit, no runs, didn't walk a batter, struck out a couple. Did throw 22 pitches, 13 of them for strikes. As he comes on here with, again, the Astros putting some traffic on the bases and have scored a couple of runs, have a couple of men aboard. And Josh Reddick faced the left-hander Alvarado.
That he will. With first and third 2 out. 7-1 Astros in the 7th. And 7 is the number probably in all of our minds. Here is Reddick. 2 singles, a run scored, and a ground to short. And Alvarado working from the belt with runners to the corners and 2 away. And the pitch. Off the mitt of Zunino, heading to second is Gurriel, and that's going to be the 3rd pass ball of the game. What is going on?
You got to start thinking about maybe Michael Perez for the rest of the game behind the plate to just, again, maybe give Mikey a little bit of a break before tomorrow's Game 7.
And that pitch might have even been called a strike. The scoreboard said 1-0. I think Tim Timich said 0-1. And now the delivery on the way to Reddick. Hooked foul down the right field line. I believe that makes the count 0-2. And I think that's what Tim Timich just said to Reddick, and they're turning around and saying to the scoreboard, it is no balls, 2 strikes. Yep, you can hear him 0-2. Scoreboard still doesn't get it. It says 1-1, but it's no balls, 2 strikes. There's only so much signaling and yelling that Tim Timmons can do if the operators don't. Now they change it. Okay, 0-2 the count to Reddick. Correa from third base, Gurriel from second. Alvarado on top. Now throws 0-2. Check swing, ball on the dirt. He went, strike 3. 3-pitch strikeout for Alvarado. Good to see. 2 more runs come in. 7th inning stretch in Game 6. Houston 7, Rays 1 on the Rays Radio Network.
Powering through this time will take all of us together. Duke Energy is proud to team up with the Tampa Bay Rays to help those in need across our community. For each Rays home run this postseason, Duke Energy will give $1,000 to 211 Tampa Bay Cares, connecting people in need with financial help and support. To receive financial help with your bill, dial 211 now. That's 211 to receive.
7. Back in the starting lineup and playing left field will be Nick Markakis. And Christian Pache again will start in center field, and he will bat 9th. Again for Atlanta in the clincher, they hope. Acuna, Freeman, and Ozuna, Darno, Albies, and Swanson, Riley, Markakis, and Pache. Those are your starting lineups. We'll be back with the first pitch of Game 5 of the NLCS right after this on the Atlanta Braves Radio Network.
Hey Georgia, Ben Ingram here. Pretty soon it'll be time to flip that thermostat from cool to heat. And while everything else about 2020 has been unpredictable, your natural gas bill doesn't have to be. Right now, Georgia Natural Gas wants to give you something you can count on. $100 off your first bill and a low fixed rate just in time for winter. We know every penny counts right now, and G&G wants to give you some immediate relief for your budget with $100 off your first bill when you sign up. There's no catch, just instant savings. Use promo code 100 now at gng.com.
The Atlanta Braves are proud to introduce Sugarlands at Chipper's Corner, the all-new private third base dugout lounge honoring the Braves' all-time greatest third baseman, Chipper Jones.
3-run home run, Chipper Jones, and the Braves have beat the Phillies!
A Sugarlands at Chipper's Corner dugout membership includes mesh seats so close to the action on the field, you'll feel like you're part of the team, and you'll have access to the private air-conditioned Sugarlands lounge.
Different camera angles, all live. Woo! iPhone on Verizon 5G. 5G just got real. 5G ultra wideband. Now in more and more cities.
Did you know you can go to libertymutual.com to customize your car insurance so you only pay for what you need?
Really? I had to. Okay, I'm on vibrate.
Only pay for what you need.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
A little happy dance. Get it. Get it. Garlic butter bacon burger. Junior garlic butter bacon burger.
Junior garlic butter bacon burger.
Get it. Get it.
Hey baseball fans, Jesse Cofield here. Fall baseball is all about big names, big games, and big money. We're offering up over $10 million in contest prizes during the postseason, and you can play for free. But daily fantasy is just the beginning. DraftKings Sportsbook is now legal in select states, and all new customers can get a deposit bonus up to $500 to use on any of our products. So step up to the postseason plate, download the DraftKings apps, and make it rain.
One more and a piece of candy will transform a child into a mouse.
I always pack the chunk. It's standard evil witch procedure.
From the author of Charlie and the Chocolate Factory and Matilda.
What happened? He mouse-fied me.
When the witches cast a spell,
Don't you go starting any fires.
Who's gonna stop me?
the mice will set a trap.
Love being a mouse.
The Witches, rated PG, streaming Thursday, only on HBO Max.
One of the hottest free agents. Don't chase dreams. And all of professional wrestling hunts goals. FTR! In 2020, Roddy Cage. It's been one shocking appearance after another. Now the man for a shocker. Who's going to create the next big moment? AEW presents Full Gear. Live Saturday, November 7th at 8 p.m. Eastern. Buy now on BR Live.
Aerial coverage provided by Goodyear. Whether it's the seventh inning stretch or a long stretch of road, movement takes us further. Goodyear, more driven. Petco Park, downtown San Diego. One of the gyms in Major League Baseball. So it's going to be Andre Scrub here. They sat Christian Javier down. That's a win for the Astros in their bullpen for now, as they add on with 2 runs in the 7th, make it 7-1. And Scrub, who pitched an inning in the 3rd yesterday, Ron, is back out there in back-to-back days.
Yeah, 24 pitches. The only issue, though, is that he's been so valuable in this series. But you have McCullers tomorrow. You should have a fresh Javier. Presley shouldn't pitch tonight.
Margot sends one deep to left. That one's going to fly. And a home run for Manuel Margot. His 4th of the postseason. 2nd run of the game for the Rays. Margot, a no-doubter into left field.
It's the only problem you have when you're bringing in relievers after they've gotten a lot of outs. These are power guys, and if they're a little short, they won't be as effective.
And look, the Rays, you see this ball, it's a 4-seamer, right? Middle end. And Margot, the power surge this postseason, 4 home runs now after hitting 1 all season. That was a no-doubter. Lucky for the Rays, you want to come back on, but at the same time, if you can give them a finish here and get to Javier, get to some of these other guys, that's good for them.
They almost need some kind of finish to prove to themselves, take some good at-bats.
Their lack of hitting, other than Arozarena, collectively I'm talking about, through the game, moving the line, it has been hidden because of how great their pitching has been, how great their defense has been, and, of course, they're winning ball games. But when you're matching up against an offense like the Astros and putting the pressure on the Rays pitching staff, it is starting to be exposed right now as Adames pulls one foul.
For example, coming into tonight's game, Arozarena was 20 for 48, 417. The rest of the Tampa Bay Rays were 61 for 338. That's a 180 average.
That's a huge discrepancy. They've had their moments. Certain individuals have stepped up in the big moments, but it's been a run prevention clinic is probably the best way to put it, with the excellent pitching and defense and positioning.
And that's been their strength all year. But with that being said, as deeper you get in the playoffs, you have to help that pitching out some too.
Adames takes a ball, 3-2 the count. Well, the Astros just keep getting these surprise efforts over and over again. Justin Verlander out for the year and next year with Tommy John surgery. They lost Garrett Cole. They lost a ton of innings in their rotation. And then the emergence, as Adames draws a walk, the emergence of a guy like Framber Valdez, who is looking more and more like an ace every time he takes them out. He was brilliant tonight again, Ron.
It was. We talked about his sinking fastball and curveball, but the curveball was on full display. Was able to throw a backdoor, back right foot for the hitters. I mean, was all over the place. He wasn't as aggressive as we've seen him in the past, but he really battled his way through.
I think one of the images of this game is going to be that scene at the mound after Yandy Diaz drew a walk and shouted out at Valdez, and then Carlos Correa came to the mound and had a pep talk of all pep talks. Valdez able to come back and get a double play ball to end the inning. Here's Joey Wendell now with a runner at first. By the way, Adames has been on all 3 times tonight.
Let's not forget, the Astros have to win this game. So they can't just throw pitchers out there and hope that they get the remaining outs. They've got to chase the lead that they have.
And that being said, Taylor beginning to get loose.
I mean, Scrub's short. You can see it right away. So if you see it, then you've got to make a move.
Sometimes you see a guy give up a home run on a fastball like that. You've seen him now. A lot of curveballs, a lot of sliders going away from it.
There's a strike, inside corner.
The first two appearances that Scrub had in the series, he was throwing 96 and plus. So you take a couple of miles off, we're seeing that on our screen, but Scrub can feel that in his arm.
On the crowd, Correa ranging over. Number one on a 6-3 put out. Moving over to second is Adames. One away in the inning. Hey, Major League Baseball encourages fans to take an active role in their communities and make a plan to vote this election season. Visit MLB.com/vote to learn more. One out for Mike Zunino.
This is a dangerous matchup for Scrub right here. Zeno's been starting to swing a better bat.
Zunino has popped 3 home runs. Mike Zunino was in the same draft as Carlos Correa. He was the 3rd pick overall. Correa was the 1-1. That was the 2012 draft. Astros hit the jackpot with Carlos Correa. Byron Buxton went number 2 that year. And then Mike Zunino, a power-hitting catcher, went number 3 in the 2012 draft. That's the order they went. 1 ball, 1 strike.
2 good cuts.
Gutsy effort here from Scrub. You know, obviously he's a little off, a little short. Still pounding it in there.
Knowing his role here. You know he's heard it all. Pitcher with the last name Scrub. They played no scrubs usually when he enters into a game. He's on that list with Homer Bailey and Bob Walk.
It's not even Scrub, it's a Scrub.
That's right.
It's true. Good point.
It's true.
Yale education there. Good job.
Listen, when you have a last name Darling,
yes, you know.
You feel the pain.
You know. He's pitched beautifully for them. He came to the Astros from the Dodgers organization. They like him a lot. Dusty Baker just raves about Andre Scrub. He calls him Big Scrub. My guy, Big Scrub. And it gets Zunino. Second out, Zunino had a frustrating Game 6. A great curveball by Scrub, straight over the top.
That's the best one he's thrown here in this inning. Needed that out.
Yeah, with the lefty in the lineup down in the pen, you thought maybe this is a chance to bring in G-Man Choi right here. And he could always move Rosso to the outfield and Lau back in, but sticking with the right-hander.
Rosso takes a curveball. Rosso got the start at second base for Game 6. He's played first, played second, he's played third. Extremely versatile defender. He does well at all positions. And a home run that you couldn't script out any better. He was undrafted out of Oakland University. He's an Indiana native. The Rays and the Yankees had a number of confrontations throughout the year. The one that was the headliner when Aroldis Chapman threw at his head on September 1st. Went right over the head of Rosso, over 100 miles an hour. He hit 2 homers the next day, September 2nd. The poetry of baseball puts Brasso at the plate in the 8th inning in a tie game with Chapman on the mound in Game 5 of the division series. And an epic battle ensued. Foul ball after foul ball, and on the 10th pitch, he homers. It's an incredible moment in this postseason. That is off the glove of Maldonado. Over to third base goes Adames with 2 away. Be a pass ball on Maldonado. That'll burn him up. Did he go? They will ask. He did not. And a walk. Now suddenly Tampa Bay, you get a quick strike here from your hottest hitter, and you're in business, and that is going to force Dusty Baker to the mound, trying to squeeze a little extra out of Scrub after an inning and a third yesterday. He's got to go to his left-hander now. It's a 5-run game. One swing of the bat, the Rays are right back in this one. We play with 2 outs in the 7th and a pitching change in Game 6.
Michael, you can do anything you want. Why this?
I don't want to be stuck behind a desk.
Out on your own?
I won't be alone.
End it!
I'll be a part of a team, making an impact.
Great job.
So what are you saying, Mom?
FanDuel's simple, intuitive app makes it easy to get closer to the game. But to get Dan even closer, we've arranged for him to experience a genuine James Harrison tackle.
Wait, what? Tackle? Can we not do the tackle?
If he doesn't tackle you, he doesn't get paid.
Doesn't get paid.
FanDuel. Join today and play free all season long.
This right here, this is that new Powerade Power Water. That right there is me about to dunk so hard your ancestors will feel it. This is my team getting so hot the rock becomes a fiery ball of greatness. This is my squad raining so many threes. Meteorologists will call this
Tropical Storm Bucket!
And this is me just getting started. New Powerade Power Water. More power from me.
Well, put a big if necessary on them, but Saturday's baseball menu looks like this. If the Dodgers win tonight, Braves-Dodgers Game 6 on FS1. And then the Astros hang on to win this one. We'll have a Game 7 for you, 8:37 p.m. Eastern. Coverage starts earlier than that. Randy Arozarena, what a series, what a postseason he has had. He has been the Rays' best hitter, been their most consistent hitter. Arozarena with 20 hits so far coming into this Game 6. And if the Rays are going to fight their way back and turn the story here in Game 6, this is the moment right here.
Yeah, and look, for lefties this year, Arozarena's hit 400 with 4 home runs. Ron, this is his matchup.
This is a against the numbers move by Dusty Baker. 17 inherited runners for Taylor this year. He allowed 6 to score.
He pitched yesterday, 2/3 of an inning. And Taylor deals a strike. This feels like Dusty Baker's looking down there and saying, who is my best pitcher available? It doesn't really matter the matchup left-right at this point. He's got a thin bullpen as well.